Okay.
I might actually move my computer. Can y'all still see me okay?
Mm-hmm.
I just unplugged it. Okay, who wants to go first?
I can go as the
Okay.
speaker. I picked scenario number 4. So who wants to be the listener?
I'll be that.
Okay, cool. So I guess I'm not like describing the scenario at all because you're just supposed to react to what I say, right?
Yeah, like you describe the situation and then I react and then you give an assertion message.
Right. Okay. All right. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey, Sheldon. I've noticed that you've been taking a lot of time to chat with each customer in our store lines. And as another cashier, I've just noticed that this is holding up the line. And when customers get to me, they seem to be a little bit angry that they've had to wait for so long in line.
Well, why are you blaming me that they're angry? That's not my fault.
I'm not blaming you. It's just that when you chat with the customers, I feel a little bit irritated because when the customers get to me, they are angry that they had to wait in line for a long time.
That was damn good. Excuse my French, but that was pretty good.
Is that all we have to do, or do we keep going?
I think that's all we have to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I really think so. It's the 4 to 7 pages on the exercise 2 where she's getting us at. So I think this one's just,
Yeah, because I was reading like the little where was it? It said like send assertion message, like in the book. This wasn't in the thing. Send assertion message, wait for a response, reflectively listen, and then recycle the steps if you need to get to a solution. So we don't have to do that last part. It's just.
I don't think so. I think it is just
That.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that. Oh,
I'm
good.
making sure and reading.
I think we were supposed to have an observer in there.
Oh, yes. And then the observer. So, I mean, you guys were all observers, I guess. But so whoever wants to be the observer this time, now we go back over the feedback part.
Where did you find that?
That other thing I was reading?
Assignment number 4, there's like a little block down below kind of showing how the exercise is supposed to run. Yeah, I pulled that one out of the original syllabus before she sent out her one with changes on it. But yeah, it's in the new.
Yeah, I have.
If you go to the assignments, it's on there. It's on the first page.
Okay, I was just making sure it was the same thing I was looking at, just to make sure we were on the same page.
Yeah.
I think after that 15-minute long role play, we all got a little thrown off at having something fast.
Yeah. Okay. So who wants to lead the feedback part as the observer? Any one of the 3 of you can do it.
I guess I'll lead that. Or do you want to, Anjali?
No, because I'm just trying to see. So the feedback part is like the one where it's like one focus on the feelings first, like that, or that?
Mm-hmm.
It says leads the feedback and evaluation by inviting the receiver to express how well he felt, inviting the sender to express. And then I guess in your responses, you're supposed to focus on those things in that last box?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
I think that's right.
Okay.
So let's see here. So receiver. So Jess, I mean, how did you? That's weird. Did you, I mean, how well do you felt that it was asserted back towards you? So you made your defense. I mean, do you feel it was a good assertion? I mean, your reply was kind of all we needed to really know, but kind of going through the steps.
I mean, I was really like, wow, that was good, and it made sense. And she even made a point to say, put that little phrase in there before you actually did the "when you, I feel because" statement. You said it's not your fault or something like that, or I'm not saying it's your fault, but I'm saying when you blah blah blah, I feel. And I mean, you followed that process very well. I think for me, I didn't have anything else to say besides that was really good. And if I was to come back and argue with that, it'd be hard to argue with.
Cool.
Tara, how'd you feel with her reaction to the skills that you used?
I liked her reaction because she said I did a good job. But yeah, I mean, like after explaining the situation, I obviously expected a defensive response because that's what she's supposed to do. So then, yeah, I mean, I gave my assertion and I guess it worked.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I think that was good. I get that. Like, for me, it was also, I think both of us were more comfortable doing a role play, and you could really see that, especially after the last one being 15 minutes. To come back and do this was a little easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything else?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it looks quite natural. I think the emotion we're trying to get across over the interwebs is getting a little bit better. Jess, yeah, I mean, it definitely came from that, and I think that set Tara up in a nice way to actually use the "I feel" kind of stuff. That's the biggest part I saw from my end. Anyone else?
I feel like you guys did a great job as well. It was very clear the way how Tara responded back to Jess. So, yeah, like it was clear. It was really good though. Like it went smooth.
Sorry.
Like, is that a cat?
Oh, it's a dog. She's very clear.
That's why I had to shut my camera off. I had to kick my dog out.
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little rowdy over here.
Yeah, if I didn't kick her out, she'd be crying and you guys would hear her crying, and that would be way worse. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you want to switch?
Sure.
All right. I'll do number 3, which is half on 72, half on 73.
Okay.
I say, Angela, do you want to be the observer this time?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out how do I want to start it.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yep.
So I noticed that you took the audio visual equipment again today. Why are you doing that?
Because I needed it.
Well, when you take the reserve materials without asking, I feel really irritated because you keep doing this and it's starting to mess with my lesson plans.
Ooh. Burned.
I had to choose that one, just the teacher in
Yeah.
me.
The teacher was. Nice. That was good.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, it was like really realistic, like because you're a teacher, right? Jess?
Mm-hmm.
So it went well. Okay, so how did you feel? Express how you felt being, I guess, assertive. Like
Me, right?
Yes.
How I felt being asserted to.
Yeah, assertive.
You know, it was good. I think Jess did a really good job, and there was definitely some passion in that statement. Like she was like, don't do this again. And if somebody actually said that to me, I'd be like, oh no, like I definitely wouldn't do it again. I think she did really well.
How about you, Jess, being the person to react?
I mean, I felt that was more natural than in the past. And so at RI, it was me, Ian, Mike, and Angela, you might have heard us for a little bit. We were actually sitting at lunch one day joking about when you feel, I feel.
I heard it.
I literally get it now. It clicked with me with that one, like, oh, it actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys did a good job. Like, I mean, because Jess, like, this is your role. Like, you being a teacher, like, it clicks with you, Like, I don't know. I guess it went well. It went well. Tara, I mean, yeah, you guys did good. Like, it just flowed really. I feel like this scenario went really good because you guys know what to say, and you put yourself in that shoe.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys want to add on to it, Ian. And
I agree. It's very natural, and now it's starting to make a little more sense. Yeah, we were, and Dr. Rice wasn't even around to hear us joking about when I feel because, but yeah, no, it definitely makes more sense just kind of how the argumentation flows, and it kind of not shuts the other person down in a bad way, but it's like, okay, you got really nothing else to say about that.
Right.
So it's such a holistic phrase. So.
Well,
yeah.
And I think like one thing I know I need to work on in regards to this is I still have this like to the side. Like I'd like to get to the point where I can just do it and not have to rely on that at all. But right. I still feel like it's still such a new concept that I can't not rely on the book yet.
I'm the same way. Like I picked my scenario, like before we even got together, I picked it, like wrote the stuff I wanted to say down so that like I was ready to go. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, I know what you mean about that. Just to make it feel like more natural, I guess. Mm-hmm. But we're getting there. I think we're doing well.
Yeah.
A lot better than where we started, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
True. All right. Do you guys want me to go ahead and pick one? Sure. And someone would do it with me, I guess?
Sure. I'll do it.
I guess I'll pick Chu on page 72.
Mm-hmm.
Who would like to do it with me?
I'll do it with you.
Ian?
Okay. Yeah.
So, who's going to be the observer?
Melissa, I think you're muted.
Let's try this again.
I saw your mouth moving and I was like, okay. Did you say you wanted to be the observer then, Melissa?
I'll be the observer.
Okay. I'm trying to see how. Okay. Okay. Right. So, hey Ian. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure, about what?
It's just about, how you've been kind of leaving your coffee cups around and, me having to pick up after you.
Okay, well, one, I want you to prove it's even my coffee cup, and two, if people would help a little bit more around here, things may go a little bit more smoothly.
I mean, it's just like, you know, when you just leave your coffee cups like around, and it's unwashed, and I had to tell you about 3 times already to, you know, keep the office orderly. I feel a bit frustrated because it's taking out of my time for me to clean up after you.
Okay, well, I didn't know those things, so maybe let's figure this out.
Yay.
That's about what I got.
I kind of got stuck. Like, I was just like, what?
No, usually, actually, no, I don't want to like jump in front of you, Melissa, but like, I thought you did good because I remember reading in our thing that saying that you've talked to the person about it more than once is a good thing to do in your assertion message, and you did that. So I thought you did well.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I was waiting for that in there, and I kind of felt you were going that way because it kind of.
Yeah, I just didn't want to kind of like jump into it.
Off for no good reason because you've already told me this a couple of times, so now it's my fault. So.
Right.
So how did you feel even being assertive to?
Well, I mean, the assertion part. I guess my response at the end was, you know, a little silly, but honestly, that's probably about how I responded in real life. It's like, well, I kind of forgot about those things, so yeah, okay, maybe you're right. Let's talk about this a little bit, kind of thing, because it kind of took me down off of the nope, it's completely your fault because you're blaming me too. Well, maybe you're right. So probably responded that way in real life.
How about you, Angeli? How did you feel trying to use those skills for the first time here?
It's funny because, you know, I actually been in that situation. So like the way I've approached Ian, like, you know, I would come in being nice about it because I don't want to come in too aggressively, knowing that I'm already frustrated with that situation. But I mean, it went well, I guess. I just kind of got stuck at a point because I had to kind of figure out where I had to put in, like, you know, I've told him 3 times, you know, to wash after himself, you know, to keep the office orderly and whatnot. So
I think you both were really good. Ian, I liked your reactions when you finally realized, yeah, I guess it was my fault. The first time saying, well, prove it. And Angela, you did really good. I mean, it took a minute to get into the role, but I think once you got a handle of what was going on and what needed to be said and done, I think you did really well.
thank you. Cool.
Anybody else?
I really like, Angela, that you opened up, and I don't want to say had like a sentence starter, but had like a conversation starter before you actually jumped right into the role play. I thought that was nice. It set the stage.
Agreed.
Okay. You just want to swap?
Moving pretty fast. Okay. So, Ian.
Okay. I was gonna do number 1.
Number 1.
Go figure. Yeah.
I'll observe.
Cool.
I'll be the person going again.
What's that, Melissa?
So is Angela being the person being asserted to, or do we still need that person?
Yeah, I'll be the person to be asserted.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just letting her read the quick scenario.
Got it.
You ready, Angela?
Mhm.
Okay. See how this goes. If I don't make it too scripted. Hey, Angela, I'm glad I caught you running down the hallway. It's been a second since I've seen you today. I really need to talk to you about something. As the president of the student council, and you as the vice president, I think we really need to just talk about your constant absence from the meetings. If you have time for that today.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. What seems to be the problem?
Well, I mean, the main problem is you're just not there. It's starting to become an issue.
Okay. I mean, I've been busy a lot, so I don't know what you want me to do.
Well, yeah, I guess where you can go well, to start it off, I guess when you're not there, you're absent from the meetings, start feeling really aggravated about it, because things like this. So, you've got a lot of stuff to do. I've got my own schedule that I really have to keep. This is, extracurricular activities for both of us. And now I've got to take time, once again, for about the third week in a row to bring you up to speed on things, because I don't want you to be out of the loop in case I'm not there. But yeah, it's really, really starting to become a little frustrating.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Me too.
Yay.
I don't know. I was expecting a harsher response to it initially. I came up all nice, and I'm like, I don't know where to go.
I love Angelique's face. She was just like, okay.
I was trying to get in the row.
Now what I was expecting.
I like that. Okay, so, Angelique, how did it feel to be asserted to?
It felt kind of weird because, I had to put myself as the vice president. I guess to see, like, it's kind of hard because, you don't want to say the wrong thing. So it's like, okay, so what you want me to do type stuff, I've been kind of busy. So what you want me to do? I thought we were supposed to be, working together. If I'm not there, then you're there. If you're not there, then I'm there type stuff. Yes.
Yeah, and like if you guys probably went to like create a solution, that would probably be something that you would say.
Right.
And Ian, how did it feel to express reactions?
Well, I guess it kind of highlighted, kind of like I said, in my opinion, highlighted my not issues with scenarios like this, but just it's kind of like that nice panacea of responses you should have when going into any conversation or any problem set like that. And being introvert myself, I rehearse everything way before time going into a potential bad conversation or anything like that. So I was like, rehearse this whole thing in my head here. We're good to go. And then I'm waiting for a little bit of a little bit more of a violent reaction, I guess. And it came off very nice. And I've had stuff to do. Okay, cool. Well, now let me try to rephrase this in my head. So I think what it did for me was just kind of reemphasize that you don't go in there with that really scripted line. Kind of go in there with just a general idea, kind of how you and Jess went about it. Kind of let it flow, not necessarily in the when you, I feel, because, but in the general order.
And I guess like in a real situation like that, you really never know how someone's gonna react. Like they could be very, like calm usually, or like when you were like, well, not how do you know it's my cup? You never know how anyone's gonna handle those situations. I think I think both of you did a great job. And you did the thing, Ian, where you talked about already talking to her about it in the past, which was good. So yeah, I think you guys are good. Awesome.
Great.
All right. Melissa?
My turn.
Yay!
So I'm doing number 6.
Okay. Anyone want to receive?
I'll be the receiver.
Okay. Has anyone not observed yet?
I have not observed.
Oh, do you want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll observe then.
I don't mind being the receiver.
You're the receiver? Okay.
Okay.
So Tara, I know we've talked about this once before, but I've noticed you've been running late again for the bus. Is everything okay?
Oh yeah, everything's fine. I've just been sleeping later, and I just like, I get up when I get up.
Well, when you're running late, I feel rushed and hurried and frustrated because I feel like I'm going to be missing something in class.
Yeah, I can understand those worries. Good, right?
So,
We're getting the hang of it.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, so Melissa, how did you feel when you were asserted to?
Wait, I think I was asserted too.
Oh yeah, you were asserted to. Sorry, Tara. How did you feel when you were asserted to?
I felt like Melissa did a really good job just because she kind of opened up with the statement in the beginning, and it was like, this is what you've been doing, and I was like, yeah, well, this is why. And then she told me why it was affecting her, and I think that was pretty much exactly how that's supposed to go. So
Yeah.
and it wasn't volatile or anything. She was just like, well, this is kind of how I feel.
Yeah. Melissa, what were your reactions to the use of Tara's response?
I really wasn't sure what she was going to come up with a response for. So when she said she was sleeping late, it kind of threw me off because I thought maybe there was some family issue or something she was going with. So I kind of had to think on a fly for a different response.
And then, what's one area you both think you need to work on?
I don't know. I think it needs a little more practice so it seems a little bit more natural. Thinking on the fly actually helps quite a bit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, in this situation, I don't really know, just because like I wasn't really supposed to use any skills and just kind of react. But like in general, I like really need to stop looking at this paper. Every time somebody asks me a question, I'm looking at this paper over here. So I just kind of need to let go.
I mean, I think overall y'all did really well. I really liked that. I liked how it was timed. I liked the reactions. And the one thing I picked up on that one is that not just you two, but we as a group are getting better at eye contact and body language through the webcam. We're more comfortable with it, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Agreed.
All right. Now, Melissa, you just need to be the receiver, right?
Yep.
Anyone want to do a assertion message?
I can do number 7. It's a teacher again.
He's gonna do number 5.
Has everybody observed?
Yeah.
I'll observe again though.
Okay.
Melissa, can I talk to you for a minute about your classroom?
Sure. What's up?
You, as a science teacher, left the classroom a hot mess again for the 4th time, and it's now I have to rush to clean it up. I have to clean up your mess.
Sorry?
Well, when you leave the classroom in a mess, I feel really irritated because I'm the one having to clean it up.
My apologies. I'll make a better effort to keep the classroom a little neater throughout class so it doesn't take as much time after class.
You do that. All right, I think that's it.
I was expecting worse after your first one.
I don't want to get on your bad side, Jess.
I call it my inner Azalea comes out. It's like a really tough school that I used to work at, and I'm like, it'll come out.
All right. Melissa, how did it feel to be a student too?
Really wasn't sure how to respond, but it's a little easier in these situations because you know what's coming versus in real life, you're really not too sure what to say in that kind of situation.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yes. How was it using skills in this iteration?
Actually, the second time doing it was easier than the first. I felt like I was able to like glance at the paper real quick and then glance right back to the computer, so that way I could use the when you I feel because statement, and made it a little easier. So I liked doing it a second time.
Yeah. That's what I think off you guys' comments earlier, was just getting more comfortable with it. I think it's going to take a lot of, not rote memorization, but just that muscle memory of, it just kind of kicks in with that. You get somebody, coming back at you a little bit like that. I think you guys did very good. I think we've had a good throughout all the iterations. We've had a really good spread of just normal reactions, and then kind of a little bit more sassy, if you want to put it that way, reactions from the the person who's causing the problem or whatnot. But yeah, I think it's good. Jess, your comment, I really like that one on, just it's more comfortable the second, third time you do it. So I think that's something I'm going to try and do just in daily dealing with people, try and use it once in a while and see their reactions or anything like that. To do with it. But yeah, overall, I thought it was good.
Anything else?
And I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's
I like
it.
the short one.
Yeah, same.
And I feel like this one, though, had more of an impact than the last one.
Yeah.
This would be something I would use more in everyday conversations versus what we were doing last time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with you. Because this is easy to, it's just one little statement, and it's easy to just transfer into what we do on a daily basis.
Yeah, we can relate to some of the scenarios.
Mm-hmm. Same.
All right, well, I'm going to stop recording.
Awesome.